Hey, what's up, everyone? Ryan Cramer from Crossover Commerce and, of course, PingPong Payments coming at you live directly from my comfortable home here in Indianapolis, Indiana. But today's a special kind of look into events, if you will. If you remember yesterday and if you tuned in, yesterday we actually had a live look at one of the major conferences of the conference season, if you will. If you know anything about Amazon or e-commerce, you know for a fact that there's always people needing to collaborate in person, and they're doing so safely and effectively at these conferences. Yesterday was at Retail X. That was the 24th and 25th going on in Chicago, Illinois. But if you're tuning in live today, you know that there is an amazing event happening in Brooklyn, New York. That is ASGTG. What is ASGTG? That's a great question. It is one of the most highly sought after events in the Amazon space. Have been having it for 7 years now. This is lucky number 7, as you might see in the graphics. I'm going to throw it up here on our live chat. As you might have seen, it's from the sellers group, ASGTG, for Amazon sellers specifically trying to elevate their game. They have specific, very tight sellers in terms of who's attending and speakers, right? There's only 6 or so that are invited to speak. So they are people who know what they're talking about in the Amazon space. Yesterday was focused on just e-com in general, more logistics and whatnot. But today I kind of put it out there of who's attending the event. If you can't make it in person, you definitely want to attend it live if you can. So I have a live check-in. I've asked a couple people to hop on when they can because it's a busy time. So I wanted to make sure that this is a live look at. When they come on, I'm going to invite them on to our show. Again, just to kind of live look at ASGTG, which is happening today only in Brooklyn, New York. So go ahead and put up my ticker live on the ground. We're going to have some correspondents tuning in and chatting with us today. I already have my first guy up for me. You might have known him from Crossover Commerce in previous episodes. Also founder of Ecom Co-op, one of the founders, I should say, of Ecom Co-op, but also AMZ, all of his agency work that he's doing, as well as a seller based in New York, New Jersey area. I have David Dayon from Ecom Co-op. David, what is going on, man?
What's going on? We are here live at ASGTG.
Look at that.
Ping pong booth right here.
Hello, everyone at Ping Pong.
Hello to the team. They can't hear you, but
hello, team. How's everyone going? They have no idea I'm doing that. David, they have no idea I'm doing this. They have no idea I'm doing this. So that's a shock.
I told them that I'm live with you, and they were very excited about it.
Amazing.
We have over here, we have AZ Seller Kit. Sorry, guys. For the AZ Seller Kit, we're live with Ping Pong, Crossover Commerce.
What's up, Jason? Hello, everyone.
He says, what's up?
Hi, guys. Hey, everyone.
Automator. There we go. There we go.
That's right.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Who else do we got?
Yeah, of course, we know Jason from AZ Seller Kit. Yeah, exactly.
We're live on a podcast. All right. What's going on?
Hello, everyone.
Sorry, a little traffic over here.
No, it's okay.
We got a good one. We got Mark Casey. We got Mark Casey over here.
Mark, how's it going?
Mark is the
Ron
guy.
from Ping Pong and Crossover Commerce. How are you?
Yes. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Frank's around here somewhere. We got Ezra from the Amazon Experts team.
Ezra, what's going on, man?
We got Ellie from Gatita. We're live on Ping Pong. Crossover Commerce.
What's up?
There's a lot of people here today. We got Eli Ashkenazi. He's a seller, a great seller. I don't know why I can't figure out the thing here.
Oh, David, I think we might have lost your audio we lost your audio for a second.
I'm back.
There we go. Now you're back.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good.
Were we going live? Was I supposed to stop by anywhere in specific, by the way?
No, so this is the beauty of this. This is all impromptu. So this is my live looking at people who are at the conference. How many people are there? You probably know better than anyone else. How many people are available?
People. We got Frank. Look, Frank is pitching.
What's up, Frank?
Always pitching. He's always pitching, this guy. He doesn't stop.
I am here in my home. I am.
Yeah, he's there virtually.
I am virtually. I'm here.
All right, let's
I have my boots on the ground.
Keep it going. Let's try to find a couple more surprises here. All right. But this event has, in my opinion, easy like 300-400 people, and I would say it's going to keep growing. From previous years at ASGTG, it gets very busy towards the end of the night. Okay. You know, like
why is that?
5 o'clock,
I'm just curious.
5 or 6 o'clock. So it's definitely. Oh, we got Melissa here. What's up? We got Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Ryan,
How's
right?
it?
He can't. He can hear you, but you can't hear him because he's in my
I can
ear.
hear. I can hear you. I'm live on the ground.
Oh. So yeah, this is a lot of fun here today, guys. What else we got? We got Lippy over here, and we got Destiny.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. See Abe Chamali over there?
See Abe.
Hustling away. Look at
No,
that.
Abe.
We got Liran. I think we got Liran over there in the corner.
He's over there. I see him. Yeah.
So this is definitely an event to be at, I think.
So yeah, David, you've been to many events. I'm kind of curious how many you've been to. How many in your career? How would you rank this one amongst all of them? That you networking versus content, all that stuff.
So yeah, I think the networking here is great because you have Brooklyn is a very popular place for Amazon sellers. And I think that the fact that it's so local, you're gonna always have a good turn up with good sellers and good providers, because the providers will go where the sellers are, and they always throw down crazy food. Look at this food situation over here.
It's just constantly eating all day.
Yeah, there's food all day. There's people just sitting down eating every second of every day. There's just tables here, people eating, and I think that when you have a well done venue and a well done event, and you have good sellers. What more can you ask for? Like I said, the sellers bring the providers. Oh, we got one more guy here. We got Ephraim from Tactical over here. He's in the middle of his lunch. I'm not gonna keep. I'm not gonna bother him anymore. But yeah, this is really. I'm excited. I'm pumped. The vibes here are great, and definitely a lot of fun.
So I was gonna say, what's your? I appreciate that, and everyone knows. Yeah, these events are happening more and more. So not just more in person or digital, but in person. What's on your docket, I guess, David, for the upcoming rest of the year? Do you have expectations for events that you're going to be attending?
Okay, so tonight we have the Ecom Cooperative is hosting Sellers Dinner.
Okay.
It's an exclusive dinner event. We're going to have about 100 people. We're renting out the whole restaurant, and that is something I'm so happy that we're doing. And we're definitely looking to do more events. There's White Label coming up. There's a couple other ones as well. I'm not going to be traveling anywhere. I'm going to be going to White Label in New York. I'm going to be going to AMZ Innovate later on this year.
Right.
And then what I'm saying is, COVID permitting, the Ecom Cooperative should be dishing out a couple of more in-person events. But if we can't, we'll just be doing virtuals, like a lot of other people. That's
the beauty of Amazon, right? We ebb and flow as we need to. So what's been the most surprising thing for you, I think, at this conference? Is it the amount of people? Is it the content that's been shared? I know the content's getting shared kind of trickled throughout the day, right?
Yeah, the content gets trickled throughout the day. I guess the most surprising thing is the food continues to surprise and be amazing. You would expect it to get old, and I'm used to the sellers here. I'm used to the venue being nice. I know this place. I go to a lot of weddings in this place, in this hall.
Where is it in Brooklyn? Like, where's the event held? I guess for people who don't know where it's typically held.
It's in a synagogue as well as a wedding hall.
Okay.
And it's on Avenue O and McDonald Avenue. And it's a really cool place. It's a nice, big place. Here's the main entrance over here. Is it
typically held there, or where is it typically held?
It's been here. I think it started out in Abigail, which is a restaurant in New York. Abigail's is no longer around, unfortunately. Great place. And I think for the past 3-4 years, it's been here.
Okay. So this is year 7. Have you been to all of them, or is this the first year?
I've been to 3 of them, I think. Definitely not all of them.
Okay. Yeah, because they happen consistently, but it's just one of those things, like timing doesn't always happen. Has this been one of the more sought after ones? Like, who have you not met that you're looking forward to meeting there? I'm curious. Because you know everyone, which is a little surprising.
Everyone's here. Yeah, I feel like everyone's here. I feel like Ryan's not here, but and like a couple of people are not here. That I'm noticing, but maybe Elizabeth Green's not here. I think she's under the weather this week. But I think a lot of people showed up. A lot of people traveled, flew in, and that's like a big deal. You have a lot of good people. I'm very happy.
So so why do you not have a booth there? Is it more easy to network with people not being tied to a table, or because that's the pros and cons,
Personally,
right?
I don't like. We got another guy here. Hold on, let me. We're live on ping pong crossover commerce. Yeah. So, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say pros and cons versus being able to an attendee versus having a table there. I'm curious.
So I never exhibit, and it's just because I like to decide who I talk to, as opposed to just talk to anybody that stops by. Just more valuable conversations as opposed to more conversations, and maybe not not the right fit potentially. But yeah, I mean I understand the reason to exhibit, but the conversations I want to have are more direct and more, I guess. I'm a big fan of having less conversations, but more impactful conversations at these types of things.
Right. So what's the story you can maybe tell that you of a relationship you've met with somebody there and then have been either a client or something like that?
Yeah. Perfect. Last ASGTG, which I think was 2 years ago, I met Yoni Mazur, who, I mean, do I even have to say the end of that story? And
that's a pretty amazing connection.
That's a pretty big one, right? And I also met Jason Annan and Lenny Ash, who are also founders of the Ecom Cooperative at the 2019 ASGTG. So those are two. I mean, they're both my partners now. So that's pretty good, no? That's like a pretty good story.
Yeah.
And that is attributed to ASGTG. So thank you.
Yeah, no, well, that's a good connection. I guess the person who's running this is Ed Rosenberg. I didn't have him. I know he's probably running around taking pictures and like making sure people are aware of the event for sure today. Is Ed, have you met Ed? Like, tell me a little bit about ASGTG in general.
He's running around. I mean, ASGTG is an amazing group for Amazon sellers. They have a big Telegram chat. They provide like an index of service providers. They have a lot of great resources for Amazon sellers. I think it's safe to say at this point, I don't know anybody who has not heard of ASGTG and used ASGTG. It's a powerful network. Very, 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 important for sellers to be connected, and that's what they provide through the events, through the groups, through the resources, and that's definitely commendable, no?
Absolutely. Well, for you and your business with Amazon Experts, how are things like? Let me check in with you and your business. It's been a while since we've chatted online with all of our network. People will know that you're an agency, but very like exclusive in terms of helping out people, and the growth is phenomenal. You're doing things with the Ecom Co-op. What are all the things that you have going on? How are things looking for the end of this year, but then also going into the next year? Because soon enough, we're talking September is right around the corner. We're going to be looking at hot and heavy for Q4.
So yes, I guess the update on Amazon Experts is we have a bigger lean into the sales department. I would say that when we first started, we were maybe stronger on the management side, and we had a la carte services. It might be taking a turn for services being a stronger piece of the business. We're just leaning more into that. When I say services, I mean listing optimizations, copywriting and SEO, image optimizations, EBC builds, storefront builds. So our a la carte services are definitely becoming more popular. We're leaning into those services a little bit more, and it's definitely good. We're definitely excited about that.
That's amazing. Have you seen where kind of like the negatives you've seen lately? Like, are there any like surprises that have like affected business, or what's kind of like your takeaways that you can share, like quick nuggets for sellers who are either starting or growing or trying to figure out what's going on? Are you getting impacted with anything logistics or anything surprising?
Definitely. Logistics has been something we're dealing with for a long time. And that might even be why like good partnerships are harder to find than ever, at least for me, in my opinion. I mean, there's so many sellers, but like we said, we don't just work with anybody. So it's just more about, more people. Everyone needs listings. Everyone needs a good listing. So it's easier to find those types of clients. I always anticipate the full management part of what we do to be strong and big and important. Some of my biggest clients are full managed, but at the same time, there's more potential and more opportunity for the a la carte services.
That's amazing. What about for the co-op, or is there anyone else? Like, you can take me around, or if there's anyone else you need to bring in here, feel free.
Okay,
We
so
can
let's
go on
see.
a
I'm
we can go
looking.
on a run.
Yeah, I want to go on
We're
another
not.
run. Let's see. I'm just looking which
Well,
direction I should be
yeah.
going in.
I know there's other people that are expecting to hop on, but I'm all yours as long as you are wanting to network. But what's kind of
So
your
who did you
go-to?
mention? Who did you mention, Ryan? Who did you mention wanted to hop on? Because I could stop by their booth as well.
Right. Well, we are expecting Nate from Perch to hop on. He's the one of the VPs of. Oh, look at that handoff. That was seamless.
I just got stolen. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
now you need the microphone now, Frank, because I can't hear you.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right, so I'm here at the Perch booth, but Nate has been engrossed.
He's probably running around.
Yeah,
right.
No, look, he's engrossed in conversation over here. We're getting a hello from Ronnie, but Nate is definitely, he's been talking for about an hour.
Well, if Nathan's over there,
he's just firing them away one after the other. So you got to respect that, We'll get him.
No, absolutely.
So we got Jake. Do you know Jake?
Jake. Hi, Jake. How's it going?
Crossover. No, I think you were on one, huh? You know Ryan.
What's going on, man? This is live. We're better than ever. Yeah, this is my live look-in at ASGTG. Yeah.
Ask him a question. I'll be your interpreter. What's the question, Ryan?
What's Jake's business? Is he a seller, or what's his background? Company.
Jake, what's your company?
Oh, acquisitions. So one of the acquirers, correct? Or no, PPC.
They're giving away Teslas, Ryan. They're giving away Teslas.
Okay, now elaborate on that. I need to hear more. Why are you giving away Teslas?
Okay. What are you doing? What's this Tesla about? Tell us about the Tesla.
You're first an Amazon seller. We buy them. We give you a Tesla or $50 in cash.
That's it. Just any seller. That's not a bad thing. What kind of Tesla are we talking about?
What kind of Tesla are we talking about? Tesla Y.
Okay. Very nice. You guys aren't. They're not skimping out. Okay.
No, they're not. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, Jake, what other events is he attending to? How is this one for him and the team?
Events are you attending besides for ASGTG, or have you attended besides for ASGTG?
We were at Prosper. We were featured in CNBC with the Prosper show.
That's right.
Yes, we saw that article.
We had White Label as well.
White Label Vegas or New York? Both. Wow, look at that.
You're everywhere.
Probably be at the
Powwow Miami. There
we
go.
That was another one, yeah.
They will be
awesome.
Teslas will be raining from the sky.
That's good. Well, I was gonna say, has there been deals being closed at this event? That's the question. Has he closed a deal right now?
He wants to know if anything's closed from this event so far. Almost. Well, right now, Ryan, this is the close right now. We gotta get somebody in the audience, someone watching right now.
That's right.
From previous events, we're getting close to giving away free Teslas, so business is good.
Okay.
There it is.
Teslas are pending, Ryan. That's good enough. All right, awesome, Jake. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thanks, Jake.
All right, let's try to find. I saw Nate disappear just now, so he's no longer in conversation.
He knows he has a standing reservation with me, so he knows he can hop on if he needs to get around. So I know ping pong booth. If you see Kenny, I was gonna say if you see Kenny.
Enough Tully, so he can hear you. You can't hear him. I'll just repeat what he says. So Ryan, this is Naftali. He has a company called Seller Chain. So he's exhibiting here today. So Naftali is a great guy. I don't know if you guys know each other.
I don't. No, I don't. Ping pong payments. Yeah, do go ahead and say.
You're a podcast guy?
No.
So Naftali's not a podcast guy. When you're ready to do a podcast, Ryan from Crossover Commerce.
I actually want to do a podcast.
No, I'm saying he's live every day, right? Ryan, you're live every day, no?
Close to it.
Close every single day.
Yeah.
So definitely worthwhile to look into it and look at the amazing content.
What does Seller Chain do? Give me your 30 seconds. Yeah.
What does Seller Chain do in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
We get your FBA shipments to go to one location instead of multiple locations when Amazon splits them up.
There we go. That was in 15 seconds. You couldn't have even asked for better.
That's amazing. And we're gonna, we'll make sure we tag them. Thanks a lot.
We got, I don't know if you know Connect Books, but you can see here Nachman hustling. Right. I don't think I've ever passed the Connect Books booth and didn't see him hustling away. I'm about to come up upon First Choice Shipping. Do you know First Choice?
Right.
You know Pearl?
I know Pearl. I know Pearl.
Ryan, how are you?
What's up, Pearl? How are you?
Good to see
She
you.
can't. She can't
What's
hear
up?
me.
No,
Everything's
I'm
great.
doing.
I'm gonna repeat what he says, and then he can hear you.
Okay.
We're translating
Yes,
through
you here.
David.
You belong here.
Yeah, I know.
Hear me?
How are?
Here's it.
All right, good.
Yeah, how are things
Good.
going for her?
How are you and your
How's
wife?
ASGTG going for you?
Going great. A lot of people. Over 800 people signed up. So we're waiting for more and more people.
He asked
to
me how
file
many
in.
people I think are here. I told him like
Oh,
300-400.
Yeah, 300-400. But I think
I was
2-3
on the
o'clock,
money.
everybody's gonna start coming for the food.
That's the whole idea. Later in the day, it fills up. Towards the evening, it really, really fills up.
Oh yeah, and then we
So,
have dinner
Right.
with David later. So
Yeah, seller's dinner.
Right.
Seller's
double
dinner.
dinner tonight.
Yeah, if you can't handle it, what's the thing? If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. You know. So if you can't eat 2 dinners, then don't come to seller's dinner. I guess I'm still a good.
Oh, I lost your audio, but if you can hear me, David, we have David Day on from ASGTG. I don't know if I lost your connection on your Bluetooth or not. There it is.
I got a phone
I got it
call.
back.
I got a phone call. All right,
See, you're busy,
I have
man.
I have the next guest for today. We got Yoni Mazur from Getida.
Again, he made an appearance in Chicago. Now he's making an appearance in Brooklyn. He's everywhere.
This guy, the only way I can explain Yoni is he has been in the army, okay? He was in Chicago less than 12 hours ago, and now he's here. And I'm pretty sure he does an event. Ryan goes live every single day of the week. Yoni is at an event and sponsoring an event every single day of the week. Getida
It's true.
sponsors an event every single day of the week. So we
Da-
got a
David,
daily thing going here.
I'm gonna put this out there, and you can ask him if they're not sponsoring an event. Is it a legitimate event?
So
Does that make
Ryan's
sense?
asking, if Getida doesn't sponsor the event, is it still legitimate or no? You heard him or not?
I didn't hear him.
Okay, because you're on this side. We got to switch.
You can say repeat it. You can repeat it.
Basically, he says that he doesn't have to be sponsoring the event. They're happy to sponsor whenever they can. Me paraphrasing.
To be helpful, yeah.
We'll take that as
whenever they can. Yes.
exactly. We'll take that. They're always sponsoring something everywhere, so I have no Yeah, that's not to be surprising. So I appreciate that. Well, yeah. So which one does he like better now? You have to ask him: ASGTG or Retail X?
Okay, I think I know the answer to that. Ryan wants to know what was better, Chicago or ASGTG.
It's live. I can't do this live. You know?
He can't.
I'll
he's
have
no
I'll have
comment.
to mute. I'll mute him or something like that, right?
It's two different kids. You know, it's like choosing kids, right?
Which finger do you like better, Ryan? Which finger do you like better?
They're both
Well,
good.
there's
They're
pros
both
and
good.
cons, right?
Different purposes, but both very
Different
good.
audiences.
Pros
Different
and cons to
audiences.
both. I like it. I like the answer.
This has more Amazon crowd.
This one has a bigger Amazon crowd. I can get behind that. Yes.
Makes more sense. Hey, David, what's the nuance behind Brooklyn having the largest zip code? Is it Brooklyn that has the largest zip
Yes.
code of Amazon
Okay.
sellers?
So that's a good
What's the
question.
story behind that?
I think 2 or 3 years ago, there was a stat that said a zip code in Brooklyn has the most Amazon sellers. This zip code, yes.
Yeah, it's here. It's happening live.
So he wants to know, like, I get Ryan. You want to know how
How? Why?
that
Yeah.
impacts
Why is
us,
that the
or
case? Or why is that the
why
case? Do you
He
think?
wants to know.
There's a big Jewish Orthodox community here.
Can you hear him?
Yep, I can.
He can hear you. He can
Yeah.
hear you.
There's a big Jewish Orthodox community here that being able to rely on Amazon's fulfillment network on doing trade and retail was a good combination because for them to have physical like retail locations not too simple because you can't work on Saturdays and holidays. So having a fulfillment network that is trustworthy that can do the fulfillment for you helps a lot. And they're usually very good with mathematics and data. And there's New York area has a lot of trade going on wholesaling and stuff like that. So it's like a perfect storm that was created where a new marketplace. It's on the rise. There's a lot of products to source here, and a lot of trade connections, and it popped up. It was just a perfect storm.
I agree. I definitely agree.
That's amazing. Well, I love that statistic. I just think it's fascinating that one zip code, how small it could be, like in geography, can have so many Amazon sellers, which is quite a lot. So it's almost like next door neighbors you're selling online.
Definitely. Okay. All right, I'm gonna keep walking. Thank you, Yoni.
Thanks,
Oh, we
Yoni.
got a good guy. We got a good one here. Oh, we have two good ones here. Andrew Morgan and Emma.
What's up, everyone? Hey, guys, how are you?
So you can't hear him. I'll repeat anything he says, but he can hear you guys.
How was
How you
Emma's
guys
talk
like
earlier?
ASGTG?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, so good. Emma spoke. She was one of the first speakers today.
How was it? How was it?
How was the speech today?
It was good. It was good. I always feel better afterwards, you know?
Yes, yes.
I'm
Of
glad
course.
Go
I
for
got
it,
to go
right.
first, and I get
Gone,
to-
that's it.
I get to enjoy the rest of the day.
So that was
What's
a good
up,
move
Dave?
going
Yeah.
first, basically.
Well, I had no
David,
control over
yeah.
it. That's what
You
they
can-
gave me. The downside is that I had to deal with all of the technical issues for all of the other speakers.
Got
to
it. The
come.
first one had to deal with all the
Yeah,
technical.
So, you know,
But yeah, you set the
awesome.
expectations high. Tell her she set expectations high, so everyone else is gonna have.
Very high, so nobody
I
can.
mean, not that I can't attest to, but
I'll attest to it. I'll attest to it. All right, let's keep going here. Oh, we got it. We got a good one. We got Carlos.
Carlos, what's going on, man?
In the building. Ryan, do you know Carlos?
I do know Carlos, yeah.
Okay. Well, Carlos is the best. This is awesome. This is awesome. We really look. I mean, just the people that we got on screen. We got people here, Ryan. We got people here.
David, I think I am hitting like influencer Amazon like overload because everyone knows people are just talking on so much great content that's out there, selling online, agency wise, service provider. They have all these different businesses, not just here in Brooklyn, but they're from Miami, from Kansas, Kansas City. They're in Missouri. They're all over the world, really. I was gonna say, is there any international focus, or is a lot from the United States there?
So I haven't personally met anybody that came internationally. Maybe a few, but not many. I think it's more local. You have a very big local representation here. So yeah, I mean, definitely like a big turnout always. Like you come to ASGTG, there's people will come. People are gonna show up. So.
Who's the number one surprise company, service provider, or brand that has shocked you in a good way in 2021? Do you have one?
Yeah. Creative%. He just brought me a drink. Look at this guy.
He just brought you a drink. What time is it?
I don't know. It's happy hour somewhere, no?
It's how the events are supposed to be social events, right?
Yes, definitely. Okay, awesome. All right, I have one more for you. I have Abe Shamali here.
Hey, Abe, how are you? What's up, Abe? He can't hear me.
He can hear you, but you can't hear him. He says, "What's up?"
I'm getting better at reading lips.
he's reading your lips. Right?
Tell Abe that his barbecue looked delicious last night.
Your barbecue looked delicious. It was delicious.
It was delicious.
I got a report from mine. It was delicious. It was delicious. And look at that beard, Ryan. Look at that beard.
It got better since the last time I saw it.
It's always getting better. Yeah, definitely.
I had a client I never met them before they were here. I go,
Okay.
oh, where are you? I go, just look for the guy that was in the white beard that's not Hasidic.
The only Hasidic guy the only non-Hasidic white beard guy.
That's awesome.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I cannot.
Yeah,
find
you have more stuff. No, it's okay. He's gonna hop on, and I'm gonna try to make it work. Otherwise, I'm kind of waiting on if other people from Ping Pong are gonna hop on or not, because I'm expecting Kenny to hop on, but I don't know if he's at his booth or not.
Would you like me to just walk to the booth
Yeah,
and ask for Kenny?
Yeah, go ask where Kenny is. I need to have him hop on so I can let you go.
We'll pass by. I see a couple more people. We'll get a couple last licks over here. He's in the middle of a conversation, so we'll just get passing by. This is Eitan from Gatita. Look at that. Look at him.
What's up, Eitan?
Hustling away. All right, we're almost here. I really wanted to get AZ Seller Kit on here, but
he's hustling. He's hustling.
They don't stop. They don't stop. And then what do we got here? We're almost by the ping pong booth. Okay, let me look for Kenny. Who is Kenny? And where is Kenny?
Kenny's our
Kenny
global
left.
director. He may be running around. Uh-oh.
Okay, definitely try to find Kenny because I think he's up. All right, Ryan. Awesome. I think I started here at the ping pong booth I think it's only
That
fitting
makes
that I
sense.
end here at the
As
ping
you
pong
should.
booth. The team says hello. They miss you, of
Hey, guys.
course. And thank you very much. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks for walking us around,
next
man.
time.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Thanks, David.
Okay.
Awesome. And thank you, David Dayon, for hopping on again. Again, we're going to try our best to get a couple other people who've said they're going to hop on. But as we all know, that event looks packed and crowded, lots of business being had. Again, all precautions taking in place wherever and whenever they can, from what I was told. Personally, never been to the event, but as you can see, there's just so much content going on out there. There's more people that are trying to connect with businesses. We heard from David in terms of the impact. And I think the story I'm taking away is your business can change with just one conversation or a few conversations at an event like that, where you can actually take it. And over time, you're going to have more and more people that you're connecting with. You're building your wealth of knowledge in the space, but also who's helping people grow their expertise as well. I'm going to send a couple more notes to people to see if they're going to hop on. But if you have questions about the event, I'd be more than happy to get those answered for you. Again, ASGTG is actually just an event, but the business itself is helping operate with Ed Rosenberg. He is the person who puts on this event almost every single year. It's one of the longer running events in the Amazon specific space. You can go ahead and check it out just by Googling ASGTG. 2021 is currently happening. It's a one-day event, which is so fascinating because you have to be there if things overlap. Like Retail X is happening for this. You see so many people, like we alluded to earlier, of going to Retail X first and then actually going out of their way to make sure they can get to Brooklyn and get to this event. There's just so many people, great service providers, sellers, content creators, as well as just people who have been successful. We saw lots of different services be represented in terms of aggregators. We saw giving away Teslas, which is fantastic. He actually alluded to, if you couldn't hear him earlier, they were featured on CNBC piece when they were doing with Retail X, but then also there's just people giving away ridiculous amounts of referral cash for any sort of business that might be referred to them. Again, a great referral incentive program. We're talking about aggregators before on Crossover Commerce. We've talked about them in different capacities on our webinars, and just the news continues to add on. People are raising money and capital. They're trying to get creative in different ways. I think that's really fascinating that they're giving away, quote unquote, Teslas, which is definitely true. They're giving away those. But that being said, they're trying to stand out from the rest of the aggregator crowd. Other things I heard and learned, just takeaways and business opportunities. Again, the connections you can make that can lead to different businesses later on. If you're an entrepreneur, again, or a service provider, you can make connections there and build out different things like the e-com co-op that we were talking about, with lots of services helping people and businesses grow. You saw ping pong there. You saw lots of different events and service providers in the same space, but not just competing for services to help sellers grow, but to bring awareness to maybe a niche market that they might not otherwise be able to do so. Again, Retail X yesterday, if you were live with us, more focused on e-commerce as a whole. Amazon specific, not really the call out. It's actually a lot smaller focus in Retail X. Believe it or not, the past years that I've been, it's not just Amazon focus. It's very much direct to consumer, how to get retail onto e-commerce, how to optimize with logistics, mailings, third-party warehousing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Amazon specific businesses are a very small component of that. When I say very small, I mean comparatively to in years past, where there might be lots of other solutions out there. Again, cart abandonment, you might, however you might deem that it is actually needs to help you grow. But Amazon is continuing to grow and has their own events, which that is what ASGTG is. More so that kind of like live looking, as we looked at, very specific nature focused to help Amazon sellers. We saw our friends over at Getita. We saw them helping Amazon sellers get back money that they might otherwise leave on the table. We saw AZ Seller Kit. We saw people with repricing tools. We saw first short shipping with different kinds of solutions to help you get your products and services over to different locales and locations. Again, solutions from your factories or suppliers over to your warehousing or even Amazon supplier locations as well. Our Amazon, the word I'm looking for is warehousing. So fulfillment centers by Amazon. So we kind of touched on it, lots of things that David touched on were logistic problems that people are trying to figure out. So you see a lot of solutions that are trying to help alleviate those pain points. You see lots of different aggregators who are purchasing brands, which again, very hot topic and hot market right now. And you see lots of other services to help people save money, optimize their listings, optimize their Amazon focused solutions, and then also being able to go on and build those connections with other businesses and services. Again, it's a community of people who knows whom. The one major thing I saw with David was everyone you talk to, it seems like it's very much a you know them, you connect with them, and you can just walk up to them and say hello. That's something that I don't think lots of industries actually have a part of. But in that case, they can certainly have those kinds of connections on a personal level, but professional level too. If you're very much going to be a business that helps each other, refers people and businesses to each other. That's what I'm seeing a lot of one-off conversations, meeting with people that you might not otherwise known. But if you can't be there, that is certainly one of those really cool areas to look at and see the connections being made. Again, if I seem distracted everyone, I promise you, I'm just making sure that I don't miss anyone that can hop on late, or if they want to hop on in the first, the last part of the segment that I was going to have. Hopefully we had a couple more people besides David hop on. Again, as you saw, they're busy at their tables. We had Nate from Perch, who is one of the VPs of acquisition, mergers and acquisitions, who's going to try to sneak away, but he's running around trying to connect with people. As always, business comes first. This was something that I don't blame them for taking time away just to say hi, what they expect, or what's kind of going on in their minds. And then also just wanted to see if there's one other person that can hop on too. Wanted to make sure that I'm not missing him. This is the beauty of doing things live. You're trying to connect and making sure your guests can hop on. If not, that's not a problem. We covered a lot of ground there, and I think there's not a lot of other things we can certainly touch on. But I just want to make sure that because the invitation was extended, again, we want to make sure that they can have the chance to hop on, give their thoughts on everything and what they're kind of going on with different events moving forward. Sorry for the dead air. This is almost like radio where you don't want too much dead air, but a little bit of typing and doing things live is kind of the trick and the key. And after you're doing this 150 times on podcasting and different live events, you would think that it'd be a little bit easier to multitask. But schedules change, businesses change. We want to make sure that you, the listener and the watcher, if you're able to take this away, understand what the benefits are to this event. If you're not able to attend in person this year, clearly myself, I'm not able to go there, but I thought I owed it to our community at Ping Pong, but also network in general. If you can attend these events safely, however you feel comfortable with it. Obviously, there's lots going on in the world, no matter where you might be listening from. If you can make that opportunity happen and attend these events, this has to be on their radar for years to come. If you're in the e-commerce or Amazon business, as a service provider, as a solution, as a seller, as a brand, these are ones that you should earmark and circle, make sure that you're attending every single year. You see hundreds of people in different capacities, whether a seller, a brand, a business, all making connections. But that's the beauty of these kinds of events is I think you can certainly see the capacity of different things happen every single year. You see speakers, with Emma from Marketing by Emma. We've had her on the podcast before, just talking about how to optimize, and she's in the weeds every single day with people who are trying to update their listings, trying to build on their copywriting. What is Amazon looking at? What's more important? So hearing her speak firsthand, it's certainly something that is you must keep aware of, and you must always know that is something you can attend for. Again, if you're in the locale of maybe you're in Boston, maybe you're buy in New York. Again, lots of Amazon sellers. We heard that #1 zip code for Amazon sellers happens to be in New York City. I know that there's lots of different types of there's so many different people in there, or like lots of people, I should say, not different kinds, but lots of people in New York City. You can actually see for a fact that it's a breakdown of sellers all located in that general square mile, 2 miles, whatever that is in that area, just because they see the ability of cross-border commerce. You can see logistics operating out of New York City. Clearly, it's an ability to have import-export. And then obviously knowing people with numbers, understanding the ability of technology and being localized to all those kinds of different opportunities, super fascinating. And to have events coming on with ASGTG, which is happening every single year, I want to say around this time in August, it's typically happening. I can obviously go back and look at history, but typically it happens around this time of year. And if you're new to Amazon and e-commerce, you can understand that this is the time of year when these kinds of events are happening. They're certainly one to happen before the busy time of year, which is Q3, end of Q3, Q4, which is somewhat we're starting to creep up to quite quickly. If you are an Amazon seller and you need to make these connections, now is the time to do that. Otherwise, implementing some of these new solutions for your business might not be effective enough until you have the time to implement them. So that's why these things are happening now before the busyness of fall and winter, which is traditionally the uptick for not just retail sales, but also online growth as well. I don't see any other notes from people who are looking to hop on. But again, we were able to get a quick in-depth look at what with crossover commerce look. If you can't be there at ASGTG, again, that is happening just today. I'll go ahead and throw up that logo right there. August 25th, it's in Brooklyn. This was our live look into, if you couldn't be there, this is kind of your quick look and see who is attending. If you are familiar with some of those faces, which clearly, if you've heard me understand and see lots of those people, it's a who's who of not just thought leaders, but also sellers, also brands, service providers, but just anything you could want for to grow your business. This event is one of the, I would say, top 5 that you can actually attend in person and actually make those meaningful connections stick over time. So that being said, I'm going to just maybe call it a day. If I maybe get a last second hop in, I want to make sure that I give them plenty of time. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that because people are so busy making connections that they don't have time with us. That's perfectly fine. I would like them to grow their business. This is something that, as a favor to me, they were going to potentially do. And you as the listener and watcher, we were going to see if we can get a couple more people on here. That's okay. Like yesterday, Retail X, you just have to get back to the booth. You have to make those connections. People walking by, not in your face. It's just the casual, hey, how can we help you? Have you heard of our business? What are those kinds of connections happening? And I can imagine as years continue to grow, as Amazon sellers and success continues to grow, you're going to see this event, like others, blow up. There's lots of events too. I want to give a quick kind of note to let people know that these events are not going away. There's lots of virtually happening as well as in person. Just to kind of give a quick note to people for if you happen to looking for events, I want to give a couple quick call outs to ones that are upcoming here in the next upcoming weeks. Retail X obviously was happening Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, which is the 23rd, 24th, or 24th and 25th. I'm going to say, 24th and 25th happening in Chicago. That happens every single year, formerly known as IRCE. It is more e-commerce focused. So definitely check that out for upcoming years. If you happen to be in the direct-to-consumer space or have a service that might benefit that, check that out. It's definitely an easy, great event to attend. I've been there multiple times myself, just not able to do that in person this year. ASGTG, one day event happening today. If you're not there, you're missing out. If you happen to be in the area and have a ticket, you can attend late. As David mentioned, there's so much going on still. Lots of people attend late, business to wrap up, making sure people are set to go. There's dinners to be had. If you can go and make it there, definitely go ahead and check that out. We have lots of great speakers. They're still happening throughout the day. Friends of the show, Anthony Co-Francisco. We had Emma Tamir, who was on here earlier and said hi. I want to say that there's Amy Weiss, who's going to be speaking on that as well. Again, so much great content. If you can happen to stop by, make sure you go and check that out. Other events happening, White Label Expo. We heard that event hop up. ran by a bunch of, it's actually cropped up in a lot of different places, happening in New York City, also happening in Las Vegas. Las Vegas one is happening September 1st and 2nd. So again, next week, it's going to be already popping up. If you are in the Las Vegas area, make sure you check that out. And I believe the one in New York City is very similar time frame, if not a week or so after, if not it's around the same general time frame, to make sure that people can effectively get there, exhibit. We heard a lot of people from Retail X going to be there. A lot of people from ASGTG, they're also going to make an appearance there. So go ahead and check it out. It's called White Label Expo, so you can go ahead and check that out. $1 Billion Seller Summit, also a very exclusive event. It's going to be something that PingPong Payments is sponsored, but it's also an event that a lot of people have taken note of in recent days. It's a 4-day event. It's as a seller, as successful, you're hearing from top minds in the Amazon e-commerce space. That is actually going to be in Austin, Texas on September 16th and through 20th. Not sure if tickets are still available. They cap it around 100 or so, maybe a little bit more, depending on who is there, but that is held in Austin, Texas. So you definitely want to be, if you're talking and looking about masterminds, that is one to definitely and certainly check out as well. Other events that of note, really excited about this one, the Seller Velocity Conference in Boston, Massachusetts. That is in partnership with Takeometrics as well as e-commerce Chris. That event is going to be happening in Boston, Massachusetts, in person as well as virtually. You'll get more information here on this channel. Also, my personal channels for more information about this event, to sign up either in person or digitally, how to be able to do that. If you're watching this live, go ahead and just search Seller Velocity Conference, and you can actually check out those events. And I believe there's a sale going on, so you can definitely, or like a discount for tickets to either attend in person or virtually. So definitely check that out. It's definitely a really high level, great speakers. I know Carlos Alvarez, who we saw and said hi to, he's going to be speaking at that, as well as other great speakers in the space. SaaStr Annual Conference, which is more e-commerce, but also a little bit broader of an e-commerce stretch, more of a SaaS solutions, have a little bit bigger names in terms of brands. They're going to be there. It's actually happening in San Francisco on September 27th through 29th. Again, all these you can just Google real quick, but I just want to give while we have a little bit more time, just to kind of highlight what these events are, if it's of interest to you, or if you can attend. I know that one's all outdoors. There's a lot of different safety measures put in place that they really call to action. Really great event, I believe, over those 3 days if you're in the San Francisco area. A little bit international flavor. We're going to be wanted to give a shout out to Seller Sessions Live, which is in London, England. Again, London being home of many great Amazon sellers, lots of great and upcoming aggregators as well, but lots of international takes on going into e-commerce in the European space as well as UK space. That is actually happening officially. I've gotten word from the head person, Danny McMillan. That is happening on October 9th. So that is on a Saturday. Again, international travel, it's different for each different country, no matter where you're listening from. But if you can check that out, go ahead and check out and Google Seller Sessions Live, and you'll be driven to that website to be able to see if there's tickets still, if you can attend in person, or I don't believe it's any virtual aspect to it, but it is in person. It's a one-day event. If you can attend or a local, you can definitely check that out as well. Other ones, again, that are out there that are fantastic. We heard about AMZ Innovate, which is happening in New York City as well on November 11th. Amazon Powwow, one of them was happening in New Jersey. Now it's actually going to be, there's going to be one in Miami. So if you're in the Florida area, which again, another hotbed of Amazon sellers, lots of people like to go to either skip the cold if it's in the winter, which this event will be in November 2nd. Those details are starting to come through, but go ahead and search Amazon Powwow. Some of the friends that David had mentioned are putting on that event, and that will be in person on November 2nd. And then there's other masterminds that are happening throughout. I'll go ahead and shout out to Howard Ty and his event in Las Vegas on October 4th through 5th. The Clickbox Summit, which is fantastic, friend of our show. Clickbox Summit is happening with Augustus Cligis and Orange Click. That's happening September 20th through 24th, and it's all strictly digital. So you can certainly check out that event as well to make sure that you are, and apologize for the noise in the background, everyone working or doing this from our office recording studio. You hear certain things outside all the time, so apologize for the noise. But if you didn't hear that ClickBox Summit is actually going to be happening on September 20th through the 24th, digitally only. It's all going to be live on Orange Click's YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out to attend it, to get access to some of the value that they're bringing there. Just got great news from me yesterday that's moving forward. Check that out and be on the lookout for ClickBox Summit, again, September 20th through 24th. That being said, I'm a little out of breath, so I'm going to go ahead and cap it off. Thank you for the people who are listening and tuned in at the live look at ASGTG. Again, events are exciting. We do have one question. Yeah, we would definitely put these on the description below. So that's a great question. We'll go ahead and put these events as we list them out in the description for you, no matter where you might be watching. Again, this is on Facebook, on LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as Twitter. But wherever there is Rogue Nation, thank you so much for asking that question. We will certainly put these on all of our social platforms to make sure that they're updated with links, as well as the dates that these events, upcoming events, are happening as well. And of course, you can certainly check out PingPong Payments as well there, whether it's in person or digitally. These are events that we have circled on our calendar. If you have a question or if you think there's an event that should be on our calendar, let us know. Put that in the comment section as well, and we would be more than happy to discuss that moving forward. But this is a different format. We wanted to give a live look at, if you can't make the trip, or if you're in a different country or locale and you can't make it to these events, you certainly want to know what it's like, get that feel, if you will. We got a little sense of that with David Dayon from AMZ Experts. But then also some of the people that we've seen on the show, also great partners and service providers and sellers, dropped in impromptu and said hi as well. So that being said, we will go ahead and put those links in the show notes in the comment section below. But then also, if you have questions, let us know what your events you're attending. If you have one circled on your radar, which ones you like, which ones you attend, potentially have questions about. More than happy to get those questions answered for you as well. That's it for me today. I know I didn't think we'd make it close to an hour or so, but we certainly did. Just a live look at ASGTG 2021, again, the 7th annual event happening in Brooklyn, New York. It was awesome to have David take us around, a live look at the event, see what's happening. Again, I know that there's that itch for lots of people to either attend in person, but also to engage with different businesses. It's always best to engage with them or like reach out to them in this capacity. If you don't know, ask questions. We had a lot of them that certainly popped up that I personally haven't heard of before, but that doesn't mean anything. That means that they either are growing and they're making themselves known, and what other better place to be than on an event like that. I'm Ryan Cramer. I am the host of Crossover Commerce, but also with PingPong Payments. Thanks for tuning in live on this special live look at ASGTG. I wish I was an anchor. Live look at on the ground from Skyview, back from wherever you might be digitally. That was a pleasure. Again, thank you to David for going ahead and reaching out to me and doing this event and said, hey, it would be cool if we did this together. I agree with him. And again, shout out to, again, Perch, as well as other people from the platform. Potentially, I'm going to put a hold on that. Oh, no, he said he thought he joined. So that's no problem whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and wrap that up today. Not a problem whatsoever. We're just going to go ahead and cap that off today. A nice little thing. Shout out to Nathan from Perch, who's trying to step away, but it doesn't seem like he had the ability to do so. And then, of course, thank you to PingPong Payments. Of course, if you're at the event and you're watching this live, check out the booth there and see what PingPong is all about, or just go ahead and go to usa.pingpongx.com and mention Crossover Commerce or Ryan Cramer. Again, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for joining us on this live look at ASGTG. Take care.